TENS therapy, if you've been to a chiropractor's office, physical therapist's office, even maybe your doctor has even recommended TENS. It's been used, gosh, for as long as I can remember, for years and years and years. And it certainly is an opportunity for you to be able to have the benefits without having to make an appointment or schedule a visit with your doctor. It's temporarily going to relieve the pain associated with the common soreness and aching muscles that some of us have in our neck, our shoulder, upper back, lower back, and arm. What's great about this, though, is that it's wireless,
it's
no
amazing.
cords. And that is a big deal because we have busy lives, we have things that we need to do, but we also want to be able to temporarily relieve that pain. And this has been so super popular. We were talking about how many of us live with just common aches and pains, and how do we treat those aches and pains, and what are our options? And obviously TENS is one of those iconic ways to do it. Here's what I know for sure. On the day, this unit has been incredible. I think so many people, now that the weather is warmed up, you guys are out there doing your pickleball and you're golfing and you're swimming and you're being super active. So you can see over 1,500 people have already ordered it on the day. It is also on sale, so we look for the opportunities for the savings. But let's jump in on why this is different, Laura, because it has a lot of unique features.
So TENS stands for transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. Basically what that means is it sends a mild current into your muscles and your joints, and it prevents that message of pain from getting, for here instance, it's in my arm, my elbow, my forearm, right? It stops it from getting to my brain. So the minute I put it on, it immediately starts to go to work because it's helping to prevent that message from getting up into my head where I recognize that I'm in pain, right? So I love that just to begin with. Beyond that, the more you use it, the less frequently you're going to reach for it. So I know that sounds kind of weird, but at the beginning, when you're, like you say, you're having really bad tennis elbow and you're using it a lot, right? And you can reach for it as often as you want. This is not something that's every 4 to 6 hours like, you know, ingestibles are. Like if, let's say you go and you take something that's over the counter and it says take every 4 to 6 hours, and in 2 hours, you're not feeling well again. Your tennis elbow's acting up again, right? Well, with this, you can use this again in 2 hours. With that, obviously, you cannot. There is a limit on it. But then what I'm saying is the more you use it, so like 1 week you might be using it every 5 hours or every 10 hours or twice a day or whatever. Well, then the next week you might realize that you've gone down to once a day, and the next week you might realize that you've gone down to, you know, once every other day. I love where you're using it on the knee. That is such a popular spot. So many people have knee problems,
Yes.
neck, shoulder, I mean, almost anywhere on the body.
Yeah.
It's really fantastic.
And you can go about your daily life,
Yeah.
right? Running your errands, you know, doing your chores and that sort of thing. I just put it on my knee. So many people have, you know, the knee challenges. This is a super, you know, gosh, I've been here for a long time, so I've seen a lot of TENS units. Many of them come with a lot of cables and a lot of cords. And that's fine, you know, if you have the time to kind of sit stable and to sit still. But most of us want to be on the move. We want to be on the go, right? We want to live.
Things to do.
We've got things to do. We don't have time to waste. And so this gives you the opportunity to be able to receive those benefits while you're on the move. And so we're inviting you to shop and take advantage of it. You can visit any chiropractor's office. You can visit any physical therapist's office, and you will see a TENS unit of some form or fashion. And we can say hi to Bryce. Hey, Bryce, I haven't seen you since football season. Nice to...
Bryce is back.
Yeah, but Bryce is using it right now in a place that I think is really incredible. And because so many of us hold our stress,
all of it right up inside there, all that tension, it just gets built up all there. And so that's what's really great about this too, is that this TENS unit can be used there. You can use it on the shoulder, you can use it further down on the lower back if you want to, further in the middle and between those shoulder blades, anywhere that you want to. And you can see how his body is reacting to it, but yet it's not uncomfortable. This is not a painful thing at all. And it's adjustable, right? So that center button is actually the power button, so it turns it on and turns it off, but it also takes it through the 6 different therapy modes that you have. So that's scraping, tapping, acupuncture, cupping, tai chi, and kneading. He's on the acupuncture setting that's right there. And I know because I happen to know that that's 1 hertz, 1 frequency per second. So you can see how his muscles are jumping every single second just like that. So that's the acupuncture setting. I also am on the acupuncture setting here on my arm. But if I want to switch it, I just hit that center button. That's also the power button. And now what it does, it takes it to the very lowest setting. There are 20 intensity levels. So it takes it to the next setting, so after acupuncture is cupping, and then it goes to the lowest intensity level, and it's up to me to increase the intensity level, and I can feel it. See how my hand, I'm not doing this with my fingers. This is actually the machine that's doing it. So see how it's happening with the cupping. It's slow, 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 and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter into the muscles, and then it's going to release it because it has a different level right there. So that's how it works in that, and I can make it stronger. I can go up to 20 times, or if that's a little too strong, right, which it might be a little too strong for me, then I can also go down. There's a plus button and a minus button, so you really have control on that.
I think you make a really great point, right, is that with the 20 different levels of intensity, you start at just the level 1, and then you'll find that comfort level that's perfect for you.
And it
right?
automatically starts at that level 1 for you, too.
And some of you are going to go right in and go right to intensity level 15 or
well, and it
17.
depends on where on your body it is, too,
I agree.
right? So,
Larger
like,
muscle.
I find that on my neck and shoulders, I can handle more intensity than I can handle in my arms, for instance. And so, and what I love is that it can be used almost anywhere in the body. The only places we tell you to avoid are the thyroid, which is the front of your neck, and your heart.
Nice.
If you have a pacemaker, it's not recommended for you either, right? But it's so simple. It's a compact design. You can take it anywhere you want to go. By the way, it comes with 2 of the reusable therapy pads. So each one of these pads is good for up to 50 uses. And there's a couple ways to make that last longer, right? One of the things is to use it on clean, dry skin. So if you are a little sweaty, if you have body lotion on, if you have body oil on, clean the part of your body you're going to put it on with just a little rag, and then put it on before you do that. It's okay if it's a little damp and you put this on damp skin. It's perfectly safe to do that. It actually even helps it adhere a little bit better. When you're done with this, see this little plastic? This is what it came on. Keep this plastic. Don't throw it away, because you're going to want to reattach it to that, because each of these pads is good for up to 50 uses. So then this is where you will save it to keep it clean. Some people separate the battery pack from the pad. I leave it permanently together. I charge it this way. It's rechargeable. One charge for 45 minutes will last up to 300 minutes of therapy, and each session is a 30-minute therapy session on here, right? So if you want to do 10 minutes, turn it on, and then do your 10 minutes, and then turn it off after 10 minutes if you want to. But it will automatically turn off after 30 minutes.
I got up because I needed to see
I was wondering what was going on.
Well, I couldn't see the number. I think earlier I said 1,500. I stand corrected.
15,000.
Yeah,
that's
why
I know.
I have my glasses, but they're reading
It's
glasses.
so far away over there.
And that
Yeah,
monitor
it's
is
not
pretty
getting
far
easier.
away. So I stand corrected. Those of you at home that are saying, well, Marlo, yeah, that is actually 15,000. You were right, right? You were right, 15,000 of these. I think this has so much appeal, right? It's not expensive. Most of us know the benefits of TENS, and we love that there are no wires and it's portable. And it's a device with those 20 different levels of intensities and those 6 different styles that you are gonna be able to get with this. Hey, sign me up. Free shipping. I'll get that for $13.33. Like you said, most of the time when we're talking about any type of temporary pain from muscle aches or any type of soreness, listen, even if you're rubbing on a cream, even if you're taking, a pill, it's still temporary. And this is really the #1 solution to be able to temporarily relieve that pain without doing either. And so we're saying, come on in. What a great gift. We were talking about Father's Day coming up this weekend. We can't get it there in time, but you certainly can write a little note. And I'm certain dads and anyone else, athletes, but it doesn't matter. Like my mom has a lot of challenges with her hands. Oftentimes, so I can see her using this. So many of you have problems with your shoulders or even with your knees and that sort of thing. So what's great about this, you can place this wherever you have the pain or wherever you have the soreness or wherever you have the challenge. And it's simple. It's not, you don't have to overthink it. You're not bound to a cable or cord, right? You're not stuck in one place. You can get up and do your chores and run your errands. I was listening to Suzanne. She was saying that she's even out there, playing her tennis with these, and sometimes she's even forgetting that it's even on.
My mom puts it on when she goes to the movie theater. Because
smart.
it's really hard for her to sit in the movie theater for any amount of time, and movies are obviously 2 hours long, right?
That's a good point.
So she puts it on, and she wears it there in the chair in the theater, and she's able to do it. And then if it starts to bother her again, she can just turn it right back on in the movie theater.
All right, tell everybody what you're saying, because when people are at home, they're looking at this, Laura, I have to say, it does look intimidating and a little scary.
It looks like
and
I can increase the intensity. I'm used to using this, right? So I put the intensity up high, but let me put the intensity a little bit lower, and you can see there. You can see how it's going into the muscle. So this is the transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. It literally has it nerve stimulation in the name of what it is. What it does, it sends a mild current into your joints, your bones, your muscles, in order to prevent the message of pain from getting from here up into your brain. At the same time, it's helping to give them therapy and treat them, right? But I'm gonna crank it up just a little bit so you can really start to see how it starts to jump. Now, there's a positive and a negative button. So here's a negative, here's a positive, and this is the strength. So you can go up to 20 levels of intensity on each of the different settings, and there are 6 different therapy settings on here. So it's scraping, tapping, acupuncture, cupping, tai chi, and kneading. You don't have to remember any of this, by the way. Inside of the box comes this little booklet, okay? Read through the booklet. A lot of it is exactly what I'm telling you, but the very center of it that I've highlighted, especially this bottom part right here, this is what tells you what the different frequencies are with each of those different therapies. So some of them are going to be faster, some of them are going to be slower. So what you see right here, this is the acupuncture. The acupuncture is fast. Notice it's quick. My arm is jumping every single second. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go from acupuncture to cupping. Cupping is slower. I'm going to increase the intensity, but see how it's going. So you can actually see my muscle and my elbow going. So it goes tight, 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 and then it's going to release here in a second. And I forget what the hertz is on this one exactly, but it goes a little bit tighter, 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 and then it releases. See how it releases? And then it reinvigorates that. So this one is about a medium one, and there are others that are even longer and stronger if you want them to be. As I was telling you earlier, there are different parts of your body that can handle different intensities, right? And so your neck might be more sensitive than your lower back. Your knee might be able to really handle a lot, but your forearms aren't. You can really change that and customize it to whatever you need. And here's one of the things about me as I get older, Marlo. I've always had back pain. I was in a really bad car accident in my 20s, and so I've lived with neck and shoulder pain. But now I wake up and I'm like, oh, my knee hurts. Oh, my lower back hurts. Why is my hand bothering me?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart.
You just live long enough.
But this moves everywhere. I guess we should be grateful we've lived long enough to have the
for
pains,
sure.
right?
I
Yeah.
agree. You know, when I look at this unit, I think about some of the other models that we've offered.
Yeah.
And traditionally, to get into any type of TENS unit, you're usually starting around $99. That's starting. And that's like when we have a promotion and when it's on sale.
Yeah.
And those are, quite frankly, the models that have all the cables and all the wires.
And those just get so tangled up.
Yeah.
Some of them you have to stay plugged in, right? So it's not
for
just that
sure
you have
you
the
do.
wires, that the wires go to the pads from the unit, but beyond that, you actually have to be plugged into a wall, which means you can't take this on an airplane. You can't drive with it.